Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC and welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Ruff Rider. Now, we're not only talking knives, we're talking pen. Too had a request to check out this Ruff Rider pen, so we're gonna take a look at it today. And as a matter of fact, that is probably where we're gonna start. We'll put those off to the side, and we are gonna start out with this guy. This is the Ruff Rider 612. Now, it's just kind of called the ink pen. It's called the ink pen silver, Ruff Rider 612. That's what we're looking at. So, as you can tell, it is definitely silver. Like aluminum in construction. Yep, with the stainless. Well, that might be aluminum too. We got some stainless going on in there. Stainless clip, aluminum body going on. But, you know, this is not just your average everyday pen. It's a pretty much a rotate to open. Let's get a piece of paper here. There we go. That writes pretty well. Yeah, writes pretty well. But like I said, this is not just an ink pen, because if you pull back on this part, ooh, looky there. We got us a little bit of a blade. 440A stainless steel. Yep, made in China. Ruff Rider 612. And it's a little chisel ground blade on it. Now, I will say, the blade's a little rough. It could use some sharpening. I mean, it's not bad. I'm sure if I took it to a strop, I could probably strop it up. But just kind of wanted to see you, wanted you to see what it looked like. It's kind of a rough cut, but it does cut. Letter opener, that type of thing. I mean, it's a little short to be a rib tickler, but it could probably do the job if you really needed it to. But cool little pen, cool little knife. Now this thing, it's normally $4.99, and right now it's on sale for like $2.23. But I will show you also, and get into it this end, your ink cartridge. I don't want to pull too hard because it really doesn't feel like it changes out. And obviously it's going to be a short ink cartridge. Now, with a lot of your pens, especially, just like your Bic pens or whatever, you go buy the 10, 15, 22 a pack or whatever. Their ink cartridges are obviously a lot longer. But if you look at it, it's usually only half to maybe 2/3 filled with ink. So I don't know how full this one is, because like I said, I really don't want to pull it out because I don't want to pull it apart. But it didn't really feel like it wanted to come out of there. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make you. But I mean, it's a cool little pen. You got the Ruff Rider logo right there. There it is. Got the Ruff Rider logo on the end. Not a bad. It's a cool little pen. It'll definitely work. Do what you need it to. Now, for how long? That is the question. But, so, yeah, had a request to take a look at that one, so I just thought we would throw it in here real quick. I mean, for, what, less than $2.50? It's not a bad little pen. But you did see we had this guy, the Winter Bone. Winter is coming. Oh, it's a play off of something. Ruff Rider 2556. Now, this one is one that I really wanted to check out because it's a little bit different. This is called it's the Winter Bone Dragon Wing. That's what I meant. Dragon Wing slip joint. Now, it's actually kind of a cool design. Kind of got that sway back look and feel to it for sure. We'll take a look at that back spacer as we always do. Not bad. Not bad for what is this? $20.14. Odd price, but okay. Go for it. As always, we're going to look at the fit and finish on it. The back spring looks pretty good. Brass liners. Pins feel good. Transition feels good there. We'll go to this side. Again, transition feels good. Pin feels good. Centering is pretty darn good as well. But definitely, I mean, look at that white bone. Very, very white. Very white. There's not much yellowing or anything going on in this one. So definitely. Now, as you can see here, our blade, I like this blade. But to access the blade, you've got the match strike, nail nick. I like that. That's kind of why I picked this one out. I picked this one up at Blade Show, at the SMKW booth, and I really, really am digging this one. Now, the edge on this one, little rough as well. Not bad. I've cut a little bit with it. I mean, it does pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad. So, come out of the box, becomes pretty good. Now, the overall feel in hand, it definitely has that sway back feel to it. 100%. And I mean, obviously, just by the look at it, you can see, hold it like this. For pruning, you've got a nice 440A again, of course. You've got a nice sharpening choil going on there. We'll do a quick spec check on it. It's a decent size knife. We're going to line it up all the way over here. So, I mean, you're just under 7 inches, a little over 6 3/4. Handle, you're looking at about 3 3/4, which is going to give you roughly about a 3-inch handle. Or, excuse me, 3-inch blade, as you can see. Cutting edge, going to be just shy of 2 3/4 on that one. Give you a quick comparison. Since it's a small knife, we'll give you a quick comparison up against the bug out. There you go. That's kind of how it ranges up. We'll give it, there you go. That's kind of how it ranges up against the bug out. So it's nice, slim, slender knife. We'll get a weight on it as well. Why not? Turn that on. So 2.6 or 75 grams. Got a little bit of weight to it for its size. Nothing too terrible though. Pull's kind of light. I mean, it snaps down there pretty good. You know, I'm going to give it on the real low side of 5, 4.5 to 5. It's not terrible. It doesn't fall open or anything like that, but it's a lighter pull. Goes into the half stop pretty well. Snaps open decently. Back into that half stop. And then a fairly decent snap closed, so the walk and talk isn't too bad. Like I said, pulls a little light. Like I said, it's probably shy of a 5, but nothing too terrible. It's not going to fall open on you or anything crazy like that. But I really liked the look. This one was the most intriguing. I think they had 3 of them. I believe they had 3 models there. And this one was just the most intriguing of the 3 to me. The Dragon Wing. The Winterbone Dragon Wing. Ruff Rider 2556 is that one. And last but not least, you know I've been kind of making my way through this Black Appaloosa series. I think this is probably the 5th one. And I've definitely had a range as far as fit and finish and overall. I've had one that was like phenomenal. Very, very good for the price point. Then I had a couple of smaller ones that were definitely a little bit light in the pull, you know, so it's been quite a range. But this one is, of course, the Black Appaloosa 30th anniversary spade shield, easy open, lockback. So this one is a lockback. Now, I had the wonderful pleasure of talking to Brian for quite a long time at Blade Show. He showed me a bunch of knives that are coming up, and he's really excited about them, and it's really fun to talk to him when he's excited about them, because it gets me excited for him too, of course. And Brian, if you're watching this, thank you so very much for taking the time to show me those knives. I really, really appreciate it, and it was just really, really awesome talking with you. But, you know, he says he gets a lot of comments about the double pulls, right? And he showed me. I forget exactly the name, the model, the year, but it was an older pattern, older knife. Guess what? Double pulls. So it's not something he just dreamed up. You know, he said people have been just kind of lighting him up for it. It's not something he just came up with. It's been around for quite some time. So just thought I'd throw that out there. But it does. Obviously, it does have the match strike long pull and the match strike nail nick in the easy open portion. Really dig the color of this one. This black Appaloosa. Those have never been a disappointment in any of the knives that I've had. The coloring has been very good. Overall fit and finish, we're going to take a look at it. Looks like we might have a little bit of gapping here and a little bit of gapping up the top. We do kind of see it up towards the pivot sometimes, but we got a little bit back there. Now, this guy's running $21.99. I believe it might be on sale right now. And $24.82 is the number on this one, in case I didn't say that. Ruff Rider RR $24.82. But we'll check that out. So we got a little bit of gapping. Transitions are great. Pins feel good here. You do have a lanyard tube, if you care to put a lanyard on it. Pins are very good. Transitions, very good. You do have the black liners there with the brass. You got brass liners, then you have the black liners underneath that Appaloosa bone. Very, very nice. Obviously, your lockback mechanism. Now this one, if I come out on the tip, again, a little lighter on the pull. Nothing. See, it's not falling out. A little lighter on the pull. I'd say no half stop. See, no half stop. It's a lockback. Does go into that locked position very nicely. Unlocks pretty easily. Spring's a little weaker on this one. I'd say that pull, again, probably on the shy side of 5. I love that blade, though. I love that. This, to me, is a really sexy looking knife. And yes, I do use that term sexy for knives quite a bit because I think it applies. But the handle shape to the blade, I think it looks really, really good. That's why I grabbed it. But nice spear point blade. Of course, like I said, you do have the double pulls there. You've got a nice swedge going on that spear point. There you go. 2482 448 steel. Very nice. Let's check the edge on this one. Not bad. Maybe a little rough back there to start. Yeah, it does have a rough spot on it. So we'll have to strop that up. But not bad. It's a little rough. Could use a little bit of a strop. Nothing too terrible. But golly, I like. Now, I'm going to have to zoom out a bit on this one. I did adjust my stand, and I think I'm going to have to adjust it back a little bit. But you're looking at just over an 8-inch long knife, right? Yeah. About 8 1/4. 4 1/2 on the handle, which is going to give you pretty close to 3 3/4 on that blade. Cutting edge, about 3 3/8, if you will. So there, we'll pull out the bug out again, kind of give you a quick comparison, overall size. But yeah, it's a lengthy knife. Really good looking pattern. I really like the look of this knife. For sure. Overall fit and finish, it's locked back. Got to remember that. Overall fit and finish, I'd give it good for the price point. Could be a little better. I mean, got to be honest. Could be a little better. Pulls a little light. We do have a little bit of gapping. Bone looks good. Pins look good. Transitions look good. Everything else looks really, really good on it. I do believe I could flush that pivot. And I don't think that would... It doesn't necessarily feel gritty. It just feels a little sluggish. So maybe getting some oil in there would help it out. Now, that's not going to change the pull or anything like that, but it may just change the overall operation of the knife, which isn't bad, but it just feels like maybe it could use a little bit of cleaning out. But overall, I am really, really liking the overall feel, look of that knife. Very comfortable, very good looking. But there you go, guys. These are the 3 submissions I share with you for this edition of Let's Talk Ruff Rider. It's usually Let's Talk Ruff Rider Knives, but we got a pen in there as well. So gotta be a little bit more encompassing into this video, if you will. But there's a lot of light colors going on there, isn't there? I just kind of realized that. I was like, that's a lot of white for a guy that has never really gotten into white knives. I guess except when it comes to white bone. Yeah, I guess that white bone, I guess, is my downfall when it comes to white knives. So, but hey, it's not bad. It's not a bad way to go. But really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, checking these out with me today. As always, I greatly appreciate every single one of you. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.